Hi, welcome back to another episode of Low Carb Cocktails. I'm Frank, the Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Today's video is going to be geared towards more of my local audience, and that's because I'm reviewing a local gin. If you haven't figured that out by the thumbnail. So this is Sugarfield's Gin, and Sugarfield's been open for almost a year now. And I did a tour right actually before they opened to the public. Dean is the master distiller, and Andrew's one of the owners, kind of invited me back into the distillation area, the whole warehouse process and everything. Kind of give me a little heads up of what they plan on doing. And I noticed a gin basket. So I asked, when are you doing gin? So here they are. There they do their gin. I can't say enough about their products. I've gone through several bottles of their rum, their what they have. Yeah, they're all empty. And their orange liqueur, it's empty, and I need to get a few others. But they just released their gin a couple of days ago, and so I grabbed this. I think it was like the day before Christmas Eve, or December 23rd, they released it, and so I swung in there on my way to work and grabbed the bottle. That's the advantage of having a distillery in between your house and your workplace. So, but I asked him on the phone before I actually got there, is it more of a London Dry style or more American style? And he said neither, and he's right. If you watch my other videos of why you should like gin, you'll see that I'm a fan of American style gins because the juniper doesn't play that front note. It's kind of on the back side with the citrus side up front. So what I like about this gin is it's kind of the middle ground. It's not quite a London Dry, but it is floral, but it's not over juniper-y. It's not a lot of juniper, not a lot of pine, but the botanicals are there as well. And one of the things I found out is they partner with another local company, Red Stick Spice, to get their spice blend just spot on for this gin. Now I have made several gimlets comparing it to New Amsterdam, which I find it's a great starter gin. Like I said in my gin video, it's a great starter gin if you want to try American style gins or just try other gins. But in a cocktail, in a gimlet specifically, after comparing it to other gins, was completely lost. Then I went to Aviation. The Aviation, again, the gin flavor was barely there. With the Aviation, really with the New Amsterdam, really I didn't find any gin at all. The Aviation found a little bit of gin. Now, with 7.3, this is a toss-up. I like them both, and I like them both equally, but for different reasons. This one still has a really unique profile because of the elderflower and the persimmon. So the juniper is there as a back note, but that persimmon really comes forward along with the elderflower, so I do like it for this. But this one, it's such a unique gin. And Thomas was right. It's definitely gin. You definitely catch the botanicals, the floral notes, then followed by the juniper afterwards. So the juniper is not on the front end. And speaking of Thomas, he told me he designed this flavor profile to pair really well with a martini or a gin and tonic, you know, a G&T. And it will, because it doesn't lose that gin body. You still taste the juniper, you get the floral notes, and that's the one thing about London Dry gins. I will say, London Dry gins, the gin stands out in a cocktail. For sometimes too much. Sometimes it's too much. But with Sugarfield's, that's not the case. It's a perfect balance of juniper and botanicals that just really sets it straight across. So kind of wanted to give a little nose, give a little taste on it, and then make a gimlet with it, because that's what I did when I tried it out with these three. And I was shocked how much flavor was lost of the gin when I used New Amsterdam. It really didn't taste like anything but lime juice and simple syrup with a little bit of booze. It's not until I compared it with the other ones that I really found that, hey, this really stands apart unto itself. So I'm gonna pour a little bit, and let's do a nosing on it. Right away, you get some botanicals. And I didn't ask him what the botanicals were. If you would like to share that, that's great. But I didn't ask, you know, I don't want to indulge on anything that might be trademarked or, you know, something like proprietary information. Didn't need to know that. All I know is it smells really, really good. It's like I said, it's that middle ground of that really citrus forward American style gins and that real juniper pine forward of London Dries. This is the perfect balance between the two. So if you're trying gins and you're going for New Amsterdam, Aviation, Seersucker, I'm not going to put 7.3 in that same category because they're their own thing. But like I said, I can't say again, Persimmon and Elderflower. It's its own thing. It stands out on its own. But it's a delicious gin. But as far as a very unique gin, you definitely find that there's some juniper in there, but it's not a punch in the face of juniper. It's not a punch in the face of pine. It's a very well-balanced gin. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a gimlet with this and let you guys know what I'm finding in it. So let's go ahead and get this started. In our small tin. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of Sugarfield's gin. Again, it's the perfect balance between American style and London Dries. And if you watch my gin video, why I hate London Dry gins, is because there's too much juniper, the botanicals are so heavy, it's not a good balance. This, on the other hand, is the perfect balance between that London Dry and that American style gin where everything plays well together. Everything plays very well together. So we got 2 ounces of our gin. So now we're gonna go 2 ounces of simple syrup. To make it easy, I ran out of simple syrup, but I do have some Jordan Skinny mixes. There's 0 sugar, 0 carb simple syrup. And I'm gonna have a link in the description below where you can pick up some of this. It'll either be an Amazon link or a link to Jordan's. And if you want to pick up any of Jordan's Skinny mixes, their cocktail mixes or their syrups, I'll leave a link below along with a discount code for 10% off. And just real quick, the code is Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Hey, it's me. That's the discount code of Jordan Skinny mixes for a 10% discount. So, but now we're gonna go with 1 ounce. And that's a good thing about a gimlet. It follows the basic simples. I said simple syrup because I'm holding simple syrup. It follows the basic sour recipe. 2 parts spirit, 2 parts sour, 2 parts, man, have I been drinking a little bit. 2-1-1, 2 parts spirits, 1 part sour, 1 part sweet. And I still got another video to shoot after this. It's gonna be a fun night. So we have the gin. Yes, we have the gin. We have the simple syrup. And again, I saved my lime because my limes are starting to turn a little bad. So we're gonna use a little bit of real lime juice. 1 ounce of that. So there you go, it's your basic sour recipe. So we're gonna add a little bit of ice into our big tin. Let's move this out the way. That's not bad on its own. That's really good. I've been nosing it, but I've not really tasted it yet straight. That's really good. That's really, really good. Wait, ice. Squirrel. Let's get a little bit of ice. And we'll put these 2 together. Cap it off. Give it a good shake. All right. Crap. I forgot something. Of course I forgot something. Forgot my strain. It's probably in a dishwasher, but I think I got another in here somewhere. Ah, yeah. Down there. So we'll strain this into a cocktail glass. A nice Nick and Nora. One of my Christmas presents. I've been telling my wife I wanted some Nick and Nora glasses, and finally for Christmas I got some Nick and Nora glasses this year. And as a garnish, let's go ahead and just do a half lime wheel. Full lime wheel, doesn't matter, lime wedge. Now remember, the one thing about your garnish is not just to look pretty, it's to usually add a little bit of the aroma of one of your primary ingredients to enhance that during drinking. Because as you know, when you're drinking something or eating something with your taste buds, most of that goes through the sense of smell. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of half a lime wheel. Let's put this away. And let's move these, I will say, inferior gins. I'm not gonna say that about 7.3, but New Amsterdam Aviation. And I was a big fan of Aviation Gin. I was a huge fan of Aviation Gin until I came across Sugarfield's. Because it was a little bit more gin than the New Amsterdam. But man, this really, let's just stop talking and start drinking. That is phenomenal. Just a basic gimlet. You know, 1 ounce of simple syrup, 1 ounce of lime juice, and 1 ounce of the Sugarfield's gin. This, you taste gin. Like I said, unlike the New Amsterdam, you don't taste gin. So I'm gonna put that, let's hide this over here. This is for when I'm broke and I need gin. That's what I'm gonna use that for. Aviation. I got a big ass bottle at Sam's Warehouse for a pretty good damn price. Couldn't pass that up. Plus we like Aviation Gin. But man, that's excellent. Put that there. And drink a little more of a gimlet. Thomas, Andrew, and especially Dean, y'all did a phenomenal job with this gin. Now, like I mentioned, they partnered with Red Stick Spice, which is a local spice company here in the Baton Rouge area. What it kind of says about our story, I love their labels. And what I like about their labels and their bottles, they have one label style for all of their spirits. And they have one bottle style for all of their spirits. And it really sets them apart to let you everybody know everything that they make is theirs. But Sugarfield's Gin is 80 proof, 40% ABV, made in small batch of, let's see, field to bottle, high quality ingredients. That's the same thing. Registered U.S. trademark, made in the USA, Louisiana. And guys, y'all heard me talk about supporting Louisiana spirits all the time. As a government warning, distilled and bottled and produced by Sugarfield Spirits, Gonzales, Louisiana, distilled from a grain. Our story. We teamed up with Red Stick Spice Market to produce a great balanced spirit. And oh my God, is it balanced? Absolutely. This gin is perfect for a G&T, a martini, or your favorite cocktail. Cheers. Cheers. My go-to gin cocktail is a gimlet. That is incredible. I'm probably gonna have 2 or 3 more of those. So for my local viewers, all you guys here in South Louisiana, Baton Rouge area, New Orleans area, come on up to there in Gonzales. And they're like 4 or 5 minutes off the interstate, if that much. Come off the Burnside exit, bam, you're right there. Stop in, do a tour, do a tasting, have a cocktail. I've not been there ever that either Dean, Thomas, or Andrew wasn't there. So every time I've been there, one of the owners or the master distiller has been there. They'll answer any of your questions. They're wonderful guys to talk to, learn so much stuff from them. But for sure, pick up yourself a bottle of their gin or their rums or their vodkas. Their whiskeys are really good. Now, their whiskeys are sourced, but they're still, they source good whiskey. But they're barrel aging their own now. It'll be a few years before it's ready. But their rums are phenomenal. The liqueurs, their liqueurs are amazing. There's an orange liqueur, a peach liqueur, a honey liqueur. They have a Meyer lemon infused agricole style rum, if you caught all of those words. They're just, I've not been to a distillery that has, coffee liqueur, a cream liqueur. Was there a cream liqueur? A peach liqueur. There was a peach. There's so many different liqueurs that they have. And if I'm not mistaken, all of their liqueurs, I would consider low carb. I know specifically their orange and their coffee have less than 2 grams of carbs per ounce. I do know those two for sure. And talking to Andrew, he said most of them have right around either just under or just above 100 grams of sugar per liter, which rounds it all out, less than 2 grams of carbs per ounce. So guys, like I said, if you're in the Gonzales area, Baton Rouge area, New Orleans, you want to come up to Gonzales, by all means, check out Sugarfield Spirits. And let me say this now, this is not a sponsored video. I just love local spirits, and damn, they got some good shit there. I shouldn't say shit because it's some really good. They got really good liqueurs there, liquors there, their rum is phenomenal. And I'm starting to talk over myself because I've been drinking too much. So that's it for me. I'm gonna finish this gimlet, probably make another one for my wife. She likes gimlets too. That's gonna be, all right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I should really talk about, giving me a thumbs up, subscribing, and all the YouTube stuff you should do, because it does, it does help me out. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, blah, 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 YouTube jargon. Help me grow my channel, guys. I'm almost at 2,900. So that's it for me. And Sugarfield's Gin. Man, this is as close to a perfect balance between American and London Dry that I have ever found. Damn, it's good. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day, because if you haven't figured it out by yet, I'm already having a great day too. See y'all later. Sugarfields. Nope, come with me.